Hey, everybody.
On the set.
This has already ruined the podcast.
It's last an absent forever.
Moment of silence. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 168 of the GenGaming podcast. As you might as well have heard, this beautiful voice that you're hearing right now is the Jack of Hearts. And with me, as always, the dudes from Iowa, the freaking Buckeyes themselves. No.
The Buckeyes?
Gotcha.
That's Ohio.
Hey, there's some trees that grow them here.
Well, anyway, the
our trees only
voices,
go- maybe
the
go
voices
high.
that you're hearing right down from the lovely state of Iowa. Thing one, Tyler, how are you doing?
Why am I thing one? I'm thrown off by that nickname now, but I'm doing well. I was doing well. So I was thing one. Doing good. This is weird. It's still weird to me when someone else hosts and asks me questions. I don't know how it works. I'm doing well. It was a long, short week of work.
Oh, yeah.
Usually are. But we were sitting here. It's Friday night, drinking some sweet potato ale. It's not bad, actually. Very low alcohol percentage. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking.
That's
How are you
awesome. Oh, I'm actually doing pretty well. Just sort of tired after a long work week, and right now I'm just feeling really good right now for some reason. But yeah, just like I said before, just played a little bit of games here and there. Just got done paying some bills, and right now I'm almost ready to crash. So, the other voice that you heard all the way from Iowa, thing number two, Justin, how you doing?
He's always number
Like
two.
you, I'm also feeling good, but I know why.
Why?
I'm drinking sweet potato ale as well.
Are you
And,
drinking from the same bottle?
I'm feeling kind of numb,
Yes.
and it feels good.
It's the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
That's awesome.
But I'm doing good. How are you doing? Again,
I'll ask how he's doing.
it's kind of fun just asking.
Just
Maybe it
fantastic.
He'll change his mind.
You're being cordial. So yeah, maybe in the last 10 seconds he's more upset now than he was.
And also, joining us, after almost a month, Tennessee's finest, Jake. How you doing?
I'm back, bitches! I'm doing well. How are you doing, Gabe?
Oh my gosh. This is going to be a recurring thing, isn't it?
No, I'm not drinking pumpkin now. I kind of wish I was drinking sweet potato beer. Kind of wish I was. I'm feeling I'm left out over here. But I'm doing well. And no, it's not going to be a recurring thing.
Okay. So, without further
You're
ado...
also
Unlike
not,
your credit card info.
Thing number 3.
It's an Iowa thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually made it acceptable with Jake because, just cuz, But anyway, let's go ahead and get into what we've been playing. And I'm going to go ahead and start it off because I got some things I want to say from what I've been playing. One, I have finished playing Doom. Finally. I've beaten the main campaign, and I gotta admit, man, for a game that I never thought I would actually go forth and want to play, it actually sucked a lot out of me, which I thought was fantastic. The whole action bits of everything, it seemed like that the gameplay was really cohesive, really fast, intense, and oh my god, that fucking mastermind, boss at the end, dude, it was like, it felt like an old school boss battle where you had to use every fucking thing in your inventory in order to take out that thing, man. It's just fantastic. It just felt good. And that's the theme of this game, Doom, that's been re-released on the Xbox One, PS4, PC, and stuff. it's a game, a first-person shooter, where I played through and I feel fucking awesome every time I play it because I'm, like, just taking out hordes of demons. I'm going forth and I'm taking out these fucking bosses and stuff. I still say the Cyber Demon's a fucking dick, but other than that...
Those last 2 levels in general are kind of a dick.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I agree. The last bits were the... Oh gosh, what was that fucking AI?
Multiple bosses from one of them. Like there's like 3 of them almost.
I think there was like 3 main bosses in that entire thing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them he had to face twice, which was the Cyber Demon, which once again I thought he was a gigantic dick. Which,
Dude's awesome.
yeah, he was an awesome boss battle, but I think he was. Now I think about it, I think it was like the first like main boss. I know the second boss I had a really easy time with because
Really?
Yeah, I actually did have an easier time with him.
2 guys.
Well, at that point, I upgraded the Gauss shot and stuff to where I can get like the precision shot, and I can just move around like while aiming, and so that made things a bit easier. So, it was the Hell Guardians, I think it was. Now that I think about it, the Hell Guardians I thought were easier, but.
Nice.
But yeah, the Mastermind, man, that thing is fucking cool. That whole cinematic and stuff like that, where once you get done beating the boss and stuff, it gets you that final moment where you can just press down the R3 and stuff like that, and just start annihilating the shit out of it, dude. It was that is cool. And I'll tell you what, man. I mean, not too many first-person shooters hold my attention, but this game is a rarity that held my attention all the way through. Man, I haven't seen, like, a first-person shooter that was really that, intense and that, like, cohesive since I played through Half-Life 2 a while ago, Which, that was on the 360, so...
Yeah, I think what helps that game is the fact that it's so fast that you never get a chance to be bored.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, man.
There's never, like, a dull moment.
That's very true. Even with main games, like, say, if you play, like, your random, like, Call of Duty games or something like that, you... quintessentially are going to be hiding behind something, waiting for somebody to either go forth and get out of cover, or you're going to have to reload and do this other shit. The good thing about Doom is it takes away a lot of that shit, that whole unnecessary like waiting stuff, and you're just constantly going, and you're not double thinking about anything. You just have to go forward and just start shooting everything.
Oh yeah, and like it's cool because like it not only do you usually want to kill enemies in games like this, but like in this one, it gives you health or ammo depending on like what you do or what you use.
With the glory kills.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
that stuff makes you just want to like. Oh, it's almost like an enemy can be like a oasis at times when you're playing this game.
Yes.
So it's just like, oh, thank God you showed
Especially
up.
like the little minion guy.
Saw you in half.
Yeah.
Like
the
little
imps, I think.
imps. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Got the imps, you got like those, oh gosh, man, I've forgotten some of the names of the enemies. I know the imps because I faced a whole hell of a lot of them, and I've gotten like various like goals completed and stuff because of taking them out with just mastering the shotgun and all that other stuff.
Super shotgun?
No, just the regular shotgun, because it's the one thing where I can just zoom in and stuff and like do like incendiary blasts and stuff like that on.
Oh yeah.
I think one of my favorite weapons throughout that entire game was the Gauss shot. I mean, very much easily, because taking out like 2 or 3 enemies with like just one blow and stuff like that, or like I said before, going to the boss battles and just whittling down like about a quarter of their fucking health just like right then and there with so many shots left. That was very useful.
Ever use that weapon?
I think the Gauss cannon and the rocket launcher, if you get the three shot with the lock on, and the super shotgun, the last couple levels are your best friends.
Well, the thing about it is, I preferred like the Gauss shot over like say the rocket launcher, because even though when you did do like the rocket launcher stuff, I mean, you still had a tendency like say to miss some shots if you were like really frantic. I mean, I kind of did that a lot, but yeah, I can see where you're coming from with the rocket launcher. I mean, I think the weapon that was the most useless was like the pistol of anything, It's like,
oh, without a doubt. Just like the original Doom.
Yeah, like after...
As soon as you get to something else, like, I'm never touching that ever
I would
again.
say the original, the pistol in the original Doom is way more useful than the pistol in the new Doom.
Yeah, not much. It's like... Because in the old one, it's only good for exploding barrels, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you can at least kill, like, the shotgun guys with it.
Yeah.
Pretty easily.
The entirety of my playthrough of Doom The weapons that I used the least were the plasma rifle and the pistol.
I love the plasma rifle.
The plasma rifle, the plasma rifle and stuff. I kept getting mad because I kept on just figuring out, why the hell am I being equipped with a fucking plasma rifle here? I want to use my shotgun. Oh man, just
plasma rifle.
It's just me not understanding how to switch my fucking weapons correctly or something.
Oh yeah.
But I ended up towards the end of the game switching my regular shotgun for the super shotgun because, for one, once you get the thing all powered up to master it and stuff, it starts becoming a lot easier to defeat some of the stronger enemies with the fewer shots than, say, having to zoom in on the regular shotgun with the incendiary blasts or stuff like that. As far as secrets goes, I mean, I tried getting as many of the little secret things as I can, but I can already tell this is going to be a game I want to go back to and play when I'm finished with other stuff. I mean, as of right now, once I finish the campaign, did this and that, I just uninstalled the game because I really want to try to play something else. I want to finish Uncharted 4 at least.
Ooh, I recommend it.
But, and that's just the next game I've been playing a little bit too. I mean, I played a little bit of Uncharted 4. I played through a couple of chapters of it, and it's really true what some people say. I mean, the beginning part of the game, the first, I would say, 8 to 9 chapters, just starts off kind of slowish and stuff until, it just starts becoming a little bit more, faster. I mean, right now I'm on, chapter 10, so it's starting to go forth and become a bit, quicker.
I think 12 is where it really takes off.
Yeah, really?
The last half of that game, I love.
Last half of the game, I know it's at least over 20-something chapters at least. So I
think it's 24.
24 or so. Yeah, I heard that. I've read that too. But there's that. But I also did something today at GameStop. I stopped by GameStop because I've been making that a habit every paycheck. And instead of actually buying a game to try to play or something like that, I went ahead and pre-ordered Dragon Quest VII for the 3DS.
Oh, nice.
I paid about half it, and I'm going to... Because I've been really craving an RPG, even though Pokemon's a couple months away. But Dragon Quest VII, it sort of interests me because it's supposed to be a remake of the PS1 classic that released all the way back in 2000, I think, in Japan. It was a late PS1 release, but it's mostly intriguing because there's a lot of class-based systems you can go forth and do. There's this one class where it's basically sort of like a shepherd. You dress as a sheep, and you can do a sheep stampede, sort of like a sheepede or whatever the hell, to where you just summon a herd of sheep to stampede enemies, and they make them fall asleep and stuff. So it just sounds fun and interesting. Plus, the missions are supposed to be each mission is supposed to be based upon one town, one city, or something like that, and going through mini things. It sounds like the perfect type of game to play on the go. So I definitely am looking for something to play a little bit on my lunch breaks at work. So, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much what I've been playing. So, Tyler, what you been playing, man?
Yeah, so this is going to be a rarity for me. I honestly, outside of Madden, I have not been playing much.
Okay.
I've had Bound on what we've been playing for a month now, and I have not played it. I talked about it, and not that I played the first 2 levels of it, and I think I said it back then, I didn't dislike it. It's just one of those games you got to be in the mood for. I just not been in the mood for those kind of games, kind of like an Abzu or something like that. Mm-hmm. I've not been in the mood for that. I kind of want something more fast paced. So playing a lot of Madden this week. I did pick up Jotun.
Okay.
Did I say Jotun?
Jotun.
Yeah. Jotun, something like that. Came out today on the PS4 Friday. I played the first 20 minutes of it. From what I could tell, it's got some familiarities to Hyper Light Drifter. Slower paced game.
Color splash.
Way slower paced. Some Dark Souls to it, where it's you have a giant axe and you kind of attack slowly, and you do a lot of rolls.
And when you die, you yell.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know.
You just go to hell.
Maybe. My only concern right now is that the first 20 minutes I played, at one point I did die. And I went back, but the checkpoint was really bad. Like, it was like halfway. So
Right.
I got like 15 minutes of the game, and I went back to like 5 minutes into the game.
Ooh.
Which kind of sucks.
Whoa.
And there was this one point, and like I got to like this one thing, and there's like these 3 pillars there, and like this looks important. Looks like something. And there's like this rock. I'm like, okay, that not the rock, but a rock was there, and I'm like, looks like something should happen here. Like there was 2 like ghost things, but there was on the 2 pillars, but the third one didn't have anything. I'm like, it's kind of weird. So I just kind of went on, and I ended up dying, and I went back to right before I went to that point. Went through the screen again, went to that same point. Now all 3 of them had a ghost on the pillar. And then something happened, like an event happened. So I don't know if it was a glitch.
They were your ghost?
No, it was like this. I don't know what it is. Like some weird ghost-looking things. But when you walk into them, they disappear. So I walked into them. Like the first time I went through there, none of this happened. I walked through them, but they just stayed there. And I went on to something else. And then I died and went back before that point. Walked through all 3 were there. I walked through them, and then like the rock thing, like it moved and opened a cave, and I fought this giant boss enemy guy. So I don't know if it was a glitch, because I didn't do anything different. Like, I don't know what triggered it. So I don't know if that might be an issue or not. But like I said, only 30 minutes into it. So I haven't played much of that. I plan on playing some more this weekend. I'm also picking up the BioShock collection for about like pre-orders and shit like that.
Okay.
That's coming up on Tuesday. I plan on picking it up, and I might get Recore. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, Recore's like maybe for me as well. It's
The only reason I'm thinking about it is I do have a coupon of $25 off at GameStop, a new game. I have enough points earned up for that.
$15.
nice. I
So
think
you
I have the
No, I mean
same.
for you, that's how much Recore
Yeah,
costs.
I get $15. Or I can get it, wait till the used copy comes in, get it cheaper with the coupon and take some points. So I might pick it up because I can get it for cheap. Because the game looks interesting, but it concerns me that like this game's coming out, and I keep seeing people on Twitter and Facebook like, oh yeah, Recore comes out Tuesday. So, like,
That's not a good
see
sign.
the Xbox done for it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of
like,
true.
I
ain't
kind
seen
of
shit on
feel
that
the
game.
same. I kind of feel the same way, and I hate it because new IPs are rare now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like,
definitely.
I shouldn't feel that way for a new IP. It should be like, oh, cool, Recore comes out tomorrow.
I was really excited for it, but then it's just
I
like...
was too. The first E3 trailer 2 years ago or last year.
Yeah, to me it's just concerning that like you're not getting a lot of publicity for it, and usually when that happens, it's just like, this game sucks, just get it out. So like usually there's kind of a correlation there sometimes when a game kind of comes out, like a bigger first party title. You should probably you usually see some ads out there, some at least on social media, something like that.
I feel like this game won't be mediocre in any direction. It will either be like really good or it's not that good at all.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be
You know?
great or
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping because from what I'm seeing from it, I think this game could be really cool. Just based for me, I think this game looks like it could be awesome. But I'm probably gonna wait for see what people are saying about it, and might be a day of kind of thing for me. When I go pick up BioShock, I might pick that up too.
If I was an Xbox One owner, I would definitely wait and see on Recore. Only because, one, it is a new IP, and even though that system is sort of like starting for like a good like exclusive thing to enter into the holiday, it definitely seems like the type of game where it's like, okay, let's see, maybe rental personally in my opinion, but I just want to see the review scores. I want to know what exactly that's getting into.
It's a great time for that game to come out.
Yeah, it is.
Because the load of games doesn't start till like the 10th of October.
Yeah.
October
Around
7th,
that.
Mafia would be the big one.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the Destiny expansion coming out on the 20th, but like, as far as big kind of titles coming out, it doesn't really start till early to mid-October. So
It's very true.
yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with me this week. Sadly, I will have more to talk about the next week.
All
really
right,
sad.
no problem. Justin, your turn, man.
Oh man. Okay.
He's got to look at the list and see what we put in there.
Oh yes. I have played a couple games here. One is called
Masturbation
the
Frenzy.
first one. Masturbation.
Sandpaper
Frenzy.
Deluxe. No.
The first one is
DLC pack came up.
Pinball Arcade
Okay.
for the PS4.
Close.
It's like I actually found like a really good deal on Amazon,
Until
so I bought the game for $11. It comes like 23, 25 tables or something.
wow, that's good.
Wow.
It's like season
Wow.
1, I think.
That
of
sounds
the-
like something better than Pinball FX.
Yeah, like I haven't played much of Pinball FX, but like this game, like I got it because I wanted something kind of different to play. It's really arcade like because it literally is pinball machines, but like I really wanted to play something that was cheap. Like I said, $11, and started playing it. And the first one I picked, I think it was Medieval Madness, which I found out now is actually like one of the most famous. It's voted like number 1 on most people's list for like the best pinball machine ever created.
Huh.
And this game is like really cool. Like basically they painstakingly went through all the effort of making like each pinball game that they have inside the game like just like the real one, like down to like the tiniest like details like physics and everything, the sound effects, the lighting, just even like kind of like the background of where you are. It's like a wall of like an old, like I think like an old brick wall, like you're in an old pizza place or something playing this game. Like just, it feels like I'm really there. Like I get so into this game, it's like crazy. I found like a newfound love for pinball machines. I'm like super into pinball machines right now.
Awesome.
I actually looked up some places around town. Like there's a app or a website or something that actually like lists all pinball machines in any area that you live in, and like whether it be a bar, like an arcade, like which machines they have, so you can go check out different ones. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to do some of those pretty soon. This game is just like, to me, it's like historically really cool. It's kind of I really love, my favorite thing about it when you first pick a pinball machine inside the game for the first time, it will give you a brief history on it, which is actually like the most fascinating part for me. Like learning, like, oh man, there's like, I learned a lot actually like reading these things, like when pinballs first started getting like actual words and like sound effects, and like actually like there's people like creators of pinballs and designers of pinball machines that are like almost like rock star status inside that industry. Like these people are really well known for making like great pinball machines. And there's like one, I think it's like Elvira in the Monsters Madness, I think, or Monster Party.
Mm-hmm.
And in the middle of it, the guy that he made a bunch of ones beforehand that were really famous too, but he got like in a really bad motorcycle accident. So like his buddy that was working on it with him, designing it and stuff, he actually finished it for him, and the guy survived, luckily enough, and he kept making more pinball machines. But like just besides all that though, like it's just really fun. It's like obviously it's really simple, like just R1 and R2 to hit the flippers, then you and even inaccurately, like on some pinball machines you pull back the ball, and some you just push a button to shoot the ball up.
Yeah.
It's just like you can actually like go back with the control stick, the red control stick, or you can push X to just hit the button. So like it actually goes with
control the
which
power.
one you're actually doing it with. Yeah.
Okay.
And damn, it's just fun. Like I basically what I do is I'd start a new, after I got like every star I could, like or like got a really high score, I felt good enough, I'd move on to like another table. I've done that with every single one now, and like I kind of want to get like more, but it's actually pretty expensive. That's like the one downside to this game, is like I think if I want to get every single table, there's like 5 seasons. It's like, I haven't done the math exactly, but it's at least $60 to $80.
Oh,
Per
yep,
season,
that's
or just
pinball
for
effects.
all of them.
holy shit!
And I mean, there's a lot, and damn, the quality of the game, like it's like almost tempting. But it's like, I'm almost like, I've been trying to look for a collection.
Yeah.
No, I think this game is great. It's really cool if you're interested in just trying something new like that, and kind of nostalgic for like, there's not many arcades anymore and pinball machines. Check this game out.
There's this place called Chattanooga Pinball, like down the road from me. Yeah, it's not an arcade, but they sell like classic arcade stuff.
Oh,
Right now I see a Shaq pinball machine that looks great for $3,000.
Oh yeah. I've also learned that pinball machines are very expensive.
Oh yes, definitely.
You're looking at you're going to pay at least $1,200. to
Yeah,
get a working pinball machine. That's on the low end.
Yeah.
I saw
That's someone being kind of generous.
I saw
and selling them
a freaking Soul Calibur 2 machine for $900. I was thinking about buying it.
Nice. That's cool, man. Yeah, just I don't know. Very cool playing this game. The next game that I've played is I got this for a good deal too. It was like $24 on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It was Street Fighter V for the PS4.
Okay.
And like, I was always kind of interested in this game. Just like, oh, it's a cool fighting game. I never really got into the older ones.
Yeah.
I played like Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo a little bit, but nowhere near as much as something like Mortal Kombat. So like, I'm gonna get this game. It looks awesome. Like I like the art style. It looks fast. Looks interesting. The characters are cool, like Ryu and stuff like that. And so I ended up buying it. And there's like now they have a story mode.
Oh yeah.
With like an update that came out like a few months ago, I believe.
Yeah, June.
Yeah, June. Yeah, and so I've basically been just playing through that with every character. I'm about like 2/3 of the way through with every character.
Oh.
And I've really enjoyed this game. Like I actually love this game. I actually think this is a like there's things I don't like. I don't like how like kind of like my complaints to Mortal Kombat, the new one X, like it's got the same problem with like levels. Like there's like 6 levels, and like you go to look over like to the right or left. I don't think Mortal Kombat X actually sold more levels, but this wasn't enough of them. Street Fighter V has the same problem. There's not enough of them, but you see more and you can't even play in them. Like it's just irritating. Like it's like, come on. Like it's just one of those situations where it's kind of gross. Like
is it DLC?
it's DLC. Like
Okay.
and you really only have like I could be a little wrong. Like maybe 6 or 8 levels to play in. I could be off a little bit.
Yeah.
But like I think that's how many it is. And it's just like I don't know. Just kind of come on, like at least give you levels like enough levels to make you feel satisfied. Like 6 or 8 levels in a game like this is just not enough. Especially like nowadays. Like it's kind of ridiculous. But like all that stuff aside, like the fighting, the way it feels to actually like play the game, it feels awesome. Like I actually really love this game. I actually like it, and I'm not even a fan of Street Fighter, like I am Mortal Kombat. This game to me is better than Mortal Kombat X is to me.
Really?
Like it's it feels more like I don't know. It maybe stays more. I don't want to say true to Mortal Kombat, but there's something about it. Like I think that it does a better job with its name than like Mortal Kombat X did. Just personally, like it's really fun. Like I don't have like a whole lot more to say about it because all I've done with it is the actual not career mode, but it's story mode.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting and kind of funny, just stupid, kind of like in my opinion, like I can relate it to the game, the superheroes I played, Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Among Us. It's got kind of a story like that, but it's like it's not like it's really shorter. Like you pick a character, then you have like one or actually you have like three people you fight. There's like little story cutscenes in between, like kind of like comic book stills.
Yeah.
So it's kind of got like a story. It's not really in depth. It's kind of fun. Like you guys are saying, you enjoyed.
That's what Russ at the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it has. Okay.
Soul Calibur, they have like I guess we're doing like I think there's like an actual story mode that's like more like Mortal Kombat does.
Oh.
Like the Never
Yeah.
guys. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Like, yeah. I mean, if you get this game for a good price, I recommend it. It's a really good, cool fighting game. It's one of those games I wish like it'd be fun just to play against like your friends online or in person or something. Just
I've never played that game.
Hang out like this.
Would not go well.
Do something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I think the
Hang out
last
and
fighting
play.
game I played online was Tekken 4 or 5.
Oh really?
Or it was one of the Tekken games that was on the 360. It was terrible.
I think mine was like Street Fighter 4, like not. Well, I think it was like a few years ago. Honestly, it was back when it still had the PS3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like
Speaking of that,
online modes are just terrible.
this game's way better than Street Fighter 4 was on the 3DS.
Yeah.
It feels much better.
Well, let's be perfectly honest. Almost any like game that's on the it's not a fighting game on the 3DS is probably going to be better than the 3DS version of Street Fighter 4. Almost, I say.
Yeah. Hey, Smash Bros. Feels good, but
Yeah.
almost any of
The
them.
Wii U
I agree.
version's better.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Same principle. As long as it's not a handheld game, is better.
Unless you're playing Smash.
I've also been playing Metroid Prime Federation Force.
Yeah.
But looking at my forecast of upcoming games to play, I'm gonna wait till next week to talk about that.
All right.
Okay.
That's cool with you guys.
That's fine.
I'm on the last level, so
Okay.
I should have it beaten by then.
There's only 3 levels. I don't know what the fuck's taking this long.
Yeah.
To be fair, there are only 3 levels, but they all take 4 hours to beat.
Actually, only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the game for a month. What the fuck's he doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually,
yeah, that's
I know next to nothing about that game. Besides the trailers I'm watching, records.
yeah. I'll talk about it next week though for sure.
Okay.
No problem.
Pull you in a little bit.
So,
But yeah,
in
that's it for me.
the news. Almost didn't know what someone was going to fight about here, man. I was like, fight or talk about. Yeah. Well, anyway. This week there was a big old Apple event.
You skipped Jake.
Oh, damn it. That's right. I keep forgetting
He's
that
a-
there's another
he's
person here.
finest.
My bad. Sorry, Jake. Jake,
He's
go
right-
ahead and
he's
talk
right
about
on
your
the walker.
games.
We all make mistakes.
I've been playing Newscaster Simulator.
Oh,
Since I've been on, I've been playing quite a few games. Most of which all revolve around Pokemon.
ooh, both things. Can work.
So, yeah, and like
Evolve
first,
would be better as a
Yeah.
pun.
Okay, whatever. I'm kind of actually before I get into it, I'm kind of disappointed with y'all to not keep up the Gabe crap going.
Oh, how he's doing?
Yeah,
I was gonna bring it back
but-
later, but now you ruined it. So it's whatever.
I was gonna. Never,
How you
oh, well.
doing?
But anyway, I was playing Pokemon Y,
Mm-hmm.
and that game's story is so freaking awesome. Like, it's probably the second best story, in my opinion, next to Pokemon Black and White.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fucking die. It's great.
Oh,
What was that, Tyler?
It's because Pokemon die. That's why it's great.
Oh, no.
They-
I
Right.
mean, it's not great. I mean, Pokemon, like, it
You'll
actually
see 'em.
mentions
It'll be
Pokemon dying and whatnot. Giant Pokemon War, and basically a redemption story for one of the people you meet.
The homeless guy.
Yeah, basically a homeless king that's over 3,000 years old.
Yeah, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
Pokemon.
I'm enjoying that, or I enjoyed that, which made me go back and play Pokemon Fire Red,
Oh, cool.
which I don't have, so I had to emulate it through a little fan game, so I had to go through that. But thanks to that, I also got to play with other Gen 3 Pokemon right off the bat, which is also good since I don't have other copies of the games to actually trade Pokemon back and forth with. I went through Fire Red in about a day and a half. Like I powered through it. It was
Wow.
ridiculous.
Wow, dude.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Gabe's like, psh, I beat Pokemon Red like 3 times in one day.
Oh, come on. I'm not that crazy.
I think the closest I got to speed running a Pokemon game was I got the first 3 badges in 15 minutes in the original Pokemon Red.
Oh. Oh, wow.
I beat Pokemon Blue the first time in 80 hours. Boom, bitches.
Found it.
But yeah, it's like going back to those games in preparation for Sun and Moon to come out was a good kick in the old. Was great actually. I'm not even finished that previous statement. Was fantastic, and like I started going back to play Minecraft again, which also involved Pokemon thanks to the mod. For some reason, I keep going back to that game like months at a time. Like I'll play it like fast, keep playing it like nonstop, and then I'll just stop playing it one day. Then months will pass. I'll come back to right where I pick off. And unlike most games where that happens, I actually remember what I was doing when I was last playing.
Oh, it just comes right back to you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's like, oh, I'm breeding this Pokemon for so-and-so. And just keep doing that. And with doing that type of stuff, the breeding and competitions and stuff like that for the server I play on, I decided to get into the competitive stuff for when Sun and Moon comes out.
Yeah.
So which requires a lot of figuring out what tiers or what Pokemon are in the top tiers and Ubers, and find out that most of the Uber Pokemon are fucking legendaries, and that's terrible.
Yeah.
I hate when people use legendary Pokemon because, like, what's the point?
Well, that's just the thing, though. Some legendaries are considered Ubers and stuff. I mean, you have the obvious ones, like, oh boy, like, say your Mewtwo's or your, like, Reshiram's.
Mewtwo's, Delaga, and...
Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza.
Kyogre,
just stuff like that'd be considered Ubers and stuff.
But there was one that fell out of place. It was like Dialga. What is the
Dialga?
God, yeah, whatever. I can't pronounce this shitty name. I'm terrible with names, by the way.
I know he still calls me Drew after all these years.
Shut up, Drew. But yeah, it's like one of the funny things I saw was like for Uber Pokemon, like a full list of legendaries, and then one freaking Blaziken, like in between like Mewtwo and freaking Deoxys and stuff, and then I thought that was hilarious.
It's the whole fucking speed boost Blaziken dealy.
Oh yeah, dude, those things are mean. Like you throw out Blaziken, use Protect on it,
immediate speed boost.
Immediate speed boost, and then like basically you blocked a hit, and even when someone switches out Pokemon for that, or like they counter this Protect speed boost, they get a speed boost for the switch, speed boost for the Pokemon setting up an attack, so that's 2 free speed boosts, and Protect failed on if you do the switch, Protect fails, which means they can use it a second time. So that'd be 3 speed boosts.
That was that was just like
it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It was just one of the many types of Mega Pokemon that was going rampant upon like the competitive scene for like even online when you were playing Pokemon like X and Y and Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. You had like a Mega Blaziken that you could basically use to where it gained the ability Speed Boost, which raised its speed stat by at least 1
at the end of the turn.
Yeah, usually
increased its speed stat by 1 stage.
And the thing about
probably like 12.
And the thing about Blaziken and stuff, it is really fast regardless of getting the speed boost plus like getting like the attacks and special attacks.
Most times it has attack priority.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Like, I don't know this Blaziken guy, but if you had to be in a 3-inch ball, then you'd be mean too.
This is the Pokemon portion where me and Gabe just talk. And everyone else goes to sleep.
I'm listening.
Louis is cautious right now.
Nah, it's definitely weird. It's definitely a Uber topic.
I was just saying you'd be mean too.
Louis, after about 2 minutes, you guys said about Pokemon. Louis just started licking his balls.
But yeah, it's like
I did the same thing.
The Blaziken is really mean. The only way I've managed to counter it, and the Minecraft server I play on is I use once it gets played, I switch into Kyogre, which gives the ability for Drizzle, which makes it rain.
Kyogre.
I wish that was the Pokemon.
Kyogre.
And once he uses Protect, I switch into Kingdra, which the only weakness it has is Fairy and Dragon.
Right.
and with the natural speed boost from the rain, it doubles the speed from 239 to 269 to 538.
Okay.
Which basically means it can outspeed pretty much anything.
Yeah, especially Alakazam, which has one of the highest speed stats in the entirety of the game. So it's like,
yeah,
jeez.
like a speed buffed Kingdra is a killer.
Oh, definitely. But
but yeah, that's the only thing I could come up with against a person who uses that, and especially someone who's used it for more than 2 turns. And it's really annoying. But they definitely did buff the hell out of the Blaziken in Gen, I want to say
6
or 6. Yeah, because Infernape was the Blaziken that we wanted in Gen 5.
Right.
But yeah, been playing a ton of Pokemon. Went back to GTA 5 on my PC to play with some mods. That game was fun to go through, but it was also like Pokemon Fire Red. I'll blaze through the story like no problem within 2 days because of mods and whatnot.
Right.
Also, the last game I really played was Battlefield 1 beta, and the one map, first off, it was hard to get into, because going from Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 4 seemed completely different, like a completely different type of game. I can pretty much hit anything that's running with a sniper rifle in Battlefield 1 in basically one shot, and if it has C4 on it, I can basically blow it up in one shot.
Right.
Battlefield 1, like the sniping mechanics in the game, feels completely freaking different. It's like, I hate it.
Huh.
So, normal Battlefield games, I'll play a sniper or recon class with a basically spawning them, or basically tactical insertion or whatever. And this one, I had to switch over to medic. Just because I wanted to be able to kill something, and I couldn't kill it with my sniper rifle. Like the Medic's M1 Grand, I think is what it is. I don't know what the actual gun is for the game.
That's a gun.
Or yeah, it's a gun. You aim, you pull the trigger, and someone dies. If you do it right. But yeah, like having to switch to the gun that the medic has, or the medic class has, feels like a better sniper rifle than the actual sniper rifles, and it's terrible in that regard. But so Battlefield 1 was going to be a day one buy for me. Now I'm going to have to wait to see what the patches come through, and because it's the EA DICE multiplayer game, so there's going to be problems with it for the first month and a half.
6 months.
6 months.
Well, one question about that.
One question. Good DLC though before it's fixed.
One of the questions I have for Jake about that: did you actually have a chance to play on a map where they had to use the Zeppelins and stuff?
Mean the only map?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I think I got into a biplane once throughout the entire time I played it.
Huh.
And that's the thing with me in Battlefield. I don't really care for vehicles, so I tend to just stay away from them unless they're like a bike to get me to the place where I need to go, like the perch up or get to an objective or something. And I'm probably gonna stay away from those I like the vehicles in Battlefield 1, but the game or the map was loaded with anti-vehicle weapons. It was something weird.
Oh, that
too,
makes sense.
it was it was like traditional Battlefield that happens, but it seemed like there was way more in the map than previous other Battlefield games. There'd be a what is it called? A mounted rocket launcher. in one place, like artillery fire. Then there'd be like a heavy machine gun or a mounted machine gun, like 20 feet beside it, and then so forth, so on throughout the entire map. It was like one time there was a like 50 cal machine gun, like literally right next to a I call it the vehicle destroyer because it kills everything in one shot. A rocket launcher,
Right.
like a station rocket launcher, and it's like vehicles were getting shot out of the sky, no problem. It was, I don't know if it was a matter of people didn't know how to fly them, or the artillery was just too powerful, or a mixture of both. But like people, like it was more effective using the machines to kill people, than to actually use them against the actual aircraft. And which kind of makes you wonder, it's like, why are these here if the planes are just going to get shot at the sky in like seconds?
Right.
Yeah, so like it's definitely going to have to wait and see for Battlefield 1. But Gabe, what have you been playing?
I've actually already went into what I've been playing, like...
Gabe, how you doing?
How are you doing tonight?
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, let's take two on this whole thing with the news, since I, obviously did my flub-ups, but... Anyway, inside the realm of gaming, there has been quite a bit of news that has transpired. One of the biggest, I would have to say, came from the PlayStation meeting that was a few days ago. Now, the meeting itself was sort of boring with the fucking lingos and stuff, but there...
As most meetings are.
Yes. But there were two console announcements that were interesting. One of them being the ill-fated, kind of everybody knew about it, the PlayStation 4 Slim, which comes out next week. I think it's like September 15th or something. I need to check with the notes one more time. Yeah, September 15th. It'll retail for about $299, which that's not bad. That's going to be replacing the current PlayStation 4 model. However, there is going to be another one, the PS4 Pro, which releases November 10th for around $399. Now, on first analysis of this and stuff, you see the PlayStation 4 Pro... it's been touted as like, okay, it's the whole 4K gaming, all this and all that and stuff like that, but, I just don't know, guys. It just does not seem, in my honest opinion, worth the $400 price tag in and of itself. I mean, it's basically doing, some 4K streaming stuff, some 4K, it's just basically for, it'll have its own Netflix and YouTube app and stuff, which will help do 4K stuff. Like, say if you want to watch a show like, I don't know, what's that, like Daredevil or something, and it has the option to watch in, say, 4K streaming if you have the right TV and everything else and stuff like that, you'll be able to enjoy stuff like that. But when it comes to actual gaming stuff, oh man, it just does not. There's only going to be maybe a few games that really support that type of feature in the long run. But what do you guys think of this whole thing? Just the overall thing of the PlayStation meeting.
I thought it was boring as shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say 2 syllables, boring.
Yeah.
As well.
And I mean, it was a meeting, and
Yep.
I figured it'd be a little more exciting than that. It's like I wasn't expecting something to the level of a PSX or a Game Awards or an E3 even, but I was expecting some. There was just zero energy at all. You wouldn't even known there was a crowd there.
Yeah.
I felt like they were just doing this in their own meeting room with just them there in front of a camera. It just, the whole thing felt flat, and then just the announcements. I mean, we pretty much knew what for the most part, what they're going to be.
Yep.
To me though, just kind of going through some of the specs about, it's not actually even going to run true 4K.
Yep.
It's twice as powerful as it's supposed to be about twice as powerful than a regular PS4 right now, which barely runs 1080p. Some games do.
Well, some games do, yeah.
So twice the power, it's still half the power of a 4K. 4K is 4 times more powerful than 1080, give or take a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're still about maybe half, maybe a little bit less, maybe than what true 4K is. They said nothing about 60 frames per second, how things are going like that. Just said that it's going to be
around 4K. You want games to be 60 FPS or higher.
Yeah, but they didn't talk anything about that. They talked about CPU overclocking, or not CPU, GPUs, things like that. I don't know. There's a lot of problems. I mean, I'm just going through the press conference, really, overall, like I said. Boring, flat, no energy. But a couple things, not before we even get to really the console stuff, that concerned me was that when they were talking about how they wanted to keep the standard and the pro compatible, they always used their goal or will attempt to keep these things compatible.
Yeah.
So they never said that 100% for sure. They always said goal. And right now, I bet they are planning on, like, we're never going to, like, they're always going to have the same things. But, I mean, with that, they can't, like, I mean, I understand why they're doing it. You're going to protect yourself from a lawsuit, because I'm sure you can't do 100% kind of things like that. You got to be careful with your wording. But I didn't like that. That concerns me. No 4K Blu-ray player, which I don't think is a big deal. But the fact that the Xbox One S has a 4K Blu-ray player in it,
right?
And both these things are something that's created by Sony.
That's really fucking nuts.
Has.
That's really fucking nuts,
That's like
dude.
one of the most nuts things.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal not to have it. Like I said, I think it's only important. It's a big. People make a big deal because Xbox One S has it.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
don't know
fun.
how-
It's like
I think it's a big deal.
I just don't know how big.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know how big the market is for 4K Blu-rays.
Like, not that the market's big for it, but it's a big deal because, like you said, it's Sony's thing. And not to, like, interrupt you, but just, like, add on to what you're saying. Like, like, when I was watching this, I feel like they're trying to sell me more than on the game console itself, what HDR is, and also 4K TVs.
Oh,
And
yeah.
It's very strange for me that they would not have a 4K Blu-ray player there, whatever it's called.
You know what?
HD.
Yeah, Ultra HD.
It's just kind of strange, but I mean, it's not like it's not the worst part of this thing to me, but it is strange.
If I may intercept the conversation just for a second and stuff, the whole feel of this whole like meeting and stuff like that just felt like old Sony sort of say for their advertisings of like products that we probably didn't even want, try to ask for or something like that, but them just explaining it sort of like explanation of things. I mean, right now they're doing kind of the same thing as how Microsoft, like when they first announced the Scorpio for E3 and stuff, and some of the confusion coming out of there. This really seemed like a very confusing sort of explanation stuff for the whole PlayStation 4 Pro. I mean, hell, even come the holidays, this thing's going to be fucking hard to explain to the casual consumer. So it's like...
Yeah, I agree. It's a weird thing. I don't know. I think it could be confusing. I would say, honestly, if I was going to buy a PS4, if I didn't have one already, I'd probably just spend the extra $100 for this.
Of course, yeah.
Than I would for the new Slim. But yeah, there's no reason to upgrade, really. I mean... Cool, like we're getting. I mean, if it looks prettier, that's nice, but it's not like it's not the selling point to me. Go ahead.
Totally, I was going to say like to that. What you're saying is like that's also something that I remember we were talking about and like asking for that, like wanting like if something does get announced, it's like not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like so you don't feel like you have to upgrade. So like it seems like underwhelming, but maybe it's also like a good thing at the same time.
No, like I would say it's underwhelming. I'm in a weird spot where like I'd be pissed if like this is like the new big thing and it makes you have to get one.
Yeah.
Like it's that big of a leap, but it's like it's just like wow, that's it. Like to me, this is on the par. It's a more powerful Xbox One S.
Yep.
The Xbox One S has all these things, all the exact same things this will do, actually, and more. And it's $100 less, and it's just it's not as powerful. And I guess graphically, I understand like that's a big deal. But
to me, it's like the new 3DS. You don't need it.
No.
Yeah.
Which is a little more powerful.
I think the 3DS would have better selling point with the nub though on it.
It sort of does.
That's a good point.
It changed the way
That's
you
a good
play it. At
point.
least it changed the way you play the games. This changes nothing.
That's true.
Like this kind of came out as a thud, and I am happy with it in a certain sense like that. Like, and we've been talking months about how I thought it would be important that Nintendo announce before Neo was announced or shown off, revealed, whatever, or at least not too close to it. But I mean, like, I don't think it fucking matters. Like, this was like so bad. I think like if the Nintendo came out and like blew us away, like it would. This might be the perfect time to do it because like this was such a big thud. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with just going back to like what they were talking about, like they're talking about the GPUs and the overclocking. Like, I'm gonna kind of like generalize kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Blanket statement kind of thing where like the vast majority of console gamers don't give a fuck about overclocking a GPU or don't even know what it means. So, and the people that like the people that do know that stuff are PC gamers, and they have better versions of these already. So who the fuck?
See, that's the thing.
Who's this for?
Like, I buy a console not to play all the coolest games and whatnot. I play it to, one, communicate easier with my friends.
Yeah.
And two, to play it on the same level, like with everybody. If I play on a PS4, I play Battlefield or Call of Duty or something, and I know exactly what that person's using. He's using a PS4 or Xbox One or whatnot. With the PC though, it's there's so many varieties, so many upgrades, so many parts and overclocking and whatnot that. Am I at a disadvantage?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Is he at a disadvantage?
Yeah.
Or
if it runs faster, as you're playing on 30 frames a second, maybe it does play 60 frames a second. I mean, they have an advantage right there in like Call of Duty or something like that, especially in those fast-paced games.
And the Slim, real quick, just to add, like now you can play wired, and will be faster.
Wired controllers are faster. Faster than wireless.
Because that's a big deal for people who play fighting games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like, I just feel like this is such a weird thing. Like, it doesn't feel like someone who, to me anyways, like someone who's winning the console race or whatever.
Yeah.
It feels odd. Like,
no, this feels like a total release from left field. I think that Sony was completely like caught off guard by the Scorpio announcement by Microsoft because Microsoft just quintessentially to say, you know what, yeah, you have this round, but we're going to go ahead and invest in the future with the next one. By announcing the Scorpio at E3 like they did, Sony kind of like scrambled with what in the hell they have to do with their Neo. And, they had to try to pinpoint the release date this year with the whole VR stuff, which they have pushing for it, and it just seems it's going to be very sloppy coming from just for the rest of 2016 with the whole Pro and the whole VR stuff with it. You know, it's really a bad misstep in direction here for Sony.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's bad for us, but no one else, like you were saying, cares or notices these things.
Yeah.
And it won't even be a big deal.
I know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm hoping the best for them.
Comes Black Friday,
but like
a mother,
to us, it's like
mother of a 12-year-old.
Was that Jake?
Goes it? But for a mother of a 12-year-old on Black Friday, who wants whose child wants a PS4, she's probably gonna get the Pro just because it's there.
No, I would think she would rather get the Slim because it's $100 cheaper.
No, definitely going to get
and the Slim comes with
but...
Uncharted 4 as well as a package.
Yeah, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, like, I'm thinking of there's going to be a Black Friday sale or whatnot. Whatever. It's like, the point is, general consumer isn't going to know any better.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think this thing's going to bomb, though, honestly. I think it's going to be just kind of... Yeah, I think it's going to be more the same. It's just now there's a cheaper PS4 out there. Yeah. I'm curious to see like how it does compare to the Slim. Those are the numbers I want to see when it comes to
definitely. But for me, I was going to buy the PS4 Pro or Neo or whatever at day one for 4K. That purchase is out the window now. I'm going to be getting a Slim, not because of the 4K, but for my controller ports messing up, my display port for my from on the back of my Xbox One. If the table jiggles or if the machine jiggles from the vibrations of the machine, lose picture. And that extra 4K, which I originally wanted, is the bonus. So it's like, Sony lost that sale.
For me,
Xbox Yeah, for me. And Xbox gained it up, and I keep the extra $100.
Well, you know what? In a way, it kind of made me want to try to go forth and get an Xbox One S. Why? Because it's like...
Oh, definitely getting the One S.
Why? Because it's like... I know for the whole aspect, it's just the remodel things. I can get the original model for cheaper, but at the same time, it's like... At least this gives me the options where I could play, like, say, HD, like, discs if I wanted to, play the various games that they have, plus the holiday coming in here. You got games like Recore, you got Forza, you got Gears, and then you have, like, titles possibly like Cuphead releasing by the end of the year. It's like, from a consumer standpoint, if you're going to be shopping for, like, somebody... Like, say, for your teenager or something like that, after they get their good grades and do this shit and stuff, the Xbox One S looks way more appealing than, say, a PS4 Neo come down the line. Because it's $100 cheaper, you get the games that you want. That just sounds like a better deal to me.
I think right now, since I just noticed this on GameStop's website, October 7th, Gears of War 4, they have a limited edition 2TB Xbox One S bundle.
Ooh.
The machine's red, has the cog symbol on it for $450.
Wow.
The normal price of a 2TB Xbox One Slim is the same as the PS Pro.
Oh, wow. And there you go.
Yeah, like Gabe was saying, or Jack, Gables, whatever. I agree. I think the Scorpio really caught him off guard. I think even to a certain point, the Xbox One S for what it was going to do. I think we all knew the Slim was coming for both these consoles this year. But I think as far as what
Xbox took the Slim and Pro and put them in the same machine.
Yeah, basically, and $100 less. I think at that point, you're a couple months out from announcing the damn things. The thing's probably already in somewhat production or close to production. There's no going back at that point. People were talking and guessing that they didn't announce the PS4 Pro at E3 because of the Scorpio announcement. And I don't think that was actually the case now. I think it was just...
Which is funny, because we actually found out about the Neo first, but that does not mean that Sony did not obviously find out about the Scorpio. Scorpio probably started way before the Neo. And they caught wind of it. Even though we found out about the Neo first, Scorpio was actually an older idea than that.
But we just didn't know what the tech was going to be basically what the insides were going to be until E3.
Well, true.
And
but just the idea of it itself, though, it's an upgrade of like PS4.
Yeah, this is.
They knew that like quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And I still think it's like you're saying. I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, it's, to me it looked like the opposite, but in reality, like, it looked like to me like Scorpio was, oh man, we got to do something because it was Neo. But I think actually in reality it was. I don't think the Neo was actually a thing before the Scorpio was. I think
it makes more sense
first, but we just got rid of Neo first.
It makes sense
behind the scenes.
that Xbox was doing something first because they're the ones losing by a wide margin in this generation.
And
so they're the ones that want to move on faster.
Microsoft
they forced Sony's hand before they wanted to.
Sony has.
But because Sony has gone ahead and just going forward with the PlayStation 4 Pro and stuff like that, it kind of future-proofs like Microsoft in a way where they have almost like a year from now for the Scorpio. Meaning this thing is going to be hopefully powerful enough to, just basically do what they want it to do and stuff in terms of like PS4 stuff. But at the same time, I'm just wondering what the hell the games are going to be like on the Scorpio, because
I will.
Yeah. I think it's.
I will be surprised if Xbox keeps Xbox One name for Scorpio.
Yeah,
I think it's a new consoles generation.
I think so too.
The show, I think so too, and like, maybe that could actually help Sony when, like, if they make PS5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. With that said, what do you think? When do you think is the next console generation going to be? Is it going to be
2017?
2017 Scorpio.
NX.
Yeah.
Really?
NX Scorpio coming out that year. Yeah.
So you think this is the smallest console generation?
Yes.
Well, the Xbox 360 was only 4 years.
Xbox 360 was
2005, 2000, Xbox came out in 2001, 360 came out in 2005.
I don't think there's going to be a clear line at all. I think PlayStation's going to do something different than Microsoft, different timing, everything like that. Like they have the upgraded thing. Nintendo, is always doing its own thing. It's starting first, 2017. We don't know much about that or anything.
I think Tyler to a certain extent had a point when it came to like say the shortest console, like generational things and stuff like that for a full like generation stuff. Xbox did have the original one like from its initial release from that November of 2001 upwards to like 2005 when it just dropped off pretty much for favor of the 360 that following
Xbox,
year.
It sold fine, but not compared to the PS2. At that point, it didn't it got blown out of the water.
Yes,
PS2
yes.
is definitely that generation.
15 years later, we're looking at the exact same situation. So maybe they're looking at 360 with big turnaround. We got an advantage. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's 2 years. Who knows?
To be perfect,
Who knows how long? Yeah.
It's like, to be perfectly honest with you, it's like 2017 does sound like the type of year where it's going to be like another console generation, because here you had like the Wii U that pretty much flopped, but released 2012. It's going to be at least having some big name titles like in 2017, but that's pretty much like it for that console. Like when
I want a Pokemon Coliseum for the NX.
Yeah,
There's rumors
hopefully.
of a Pokemon game. So.
I want a version of Pokemon Coliseum. Pokemon Coliseum was a pretty bad
With
game.
Scorpio and NX coming like 2017, it's going to be pretty interesting what Sony's going to do next here.
Yeah, I think the next couple months with the NX announcement, reveal, whatever, and then you got the next E3 with the Scorpio reveal. It's gonna be an interesting next 9 months in gaming.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I'm not curious about the Scorpio. Curious, obviously we know what the Neo is now.
I'm just curious if
I'm
it's
not excited anymore.
I'm not.
I'm only excited for the NX.
I'm just curious if it's like a new Xbox One or if it's a new generation.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I'm curious about.
I don't even know if there will be traditional generations anymore.
The
No,
thing,
I think this is probably
Yeah,
I
Like
think
it's
2013.
I think
you can always
I
name
think they're all
some
going to turn,
generation.
with the exception for Nintendo. I think they're all just going to turn into PCs or Steam machines, basically.
well, that'd be kind of depressing too, because it's
definitely
like
it's gonna
all
be
about
depressing,
fucking power
but-
and frame rates and all that other shit.
That's
It's like, give me some different types of like gameplay experiences here besides what makes it look
conversation
pretty.
is as boring as the meeting was in like discovering like what it was. Like it's just not exciting.
Yeah,
There's no. I had no excitement, and I still.
there's nothing to be excited
I
about.
have
It's just
less.
doom and gloom.
I mean, I don't really give a
like not
shit
even-
how
it's just,
much
like,
how many
team
fucking
difference
floppies
for
are
me,
in your
but I
sucker
don't
damn
really-
console here. I want
just
to get some
stronger and stronger. Okay.
I just want. I don't even give a shit. I just like, what we can change. It's just like I've talked about several times. Like, look at all the shit that the last generation brought to us. I think that was a huge change to the gaming with the online play, with the Xbox Live Arcade, PlayStation Store, things like that.
Yeah.
This generation brought us streaming and
HD remakes.
HD remakes. Yeah. So I mean, a couple little minor things, but like those are the two big things that came out was online was streaming and the share play stuff, and then HD remakes. So
Honestly, like, if it was just me talking about this, like the meeting, it would have been like 20 seconds. Like I was like,
this shouldn't even been a meeting.
It's kind of like
It brought it out.
Should have just
on to the
been
next
a-
topic. Like it was. I actually watched it from the beginning to the end.
I did too.
live, and I was
I
like,
avoided spoilers too, just because I thought
This
I was expecting a game announcement. I mean, the Andromeda stuff was like really the only thing exciting that came out of it to me.
yeah.
It wasn't even that exciting.
And it's like don't even really.
I think making it a meeting gave it some bigger, unreal expectations. We were expecting something more than that.
Kind of like a real press conference. or
Yeah, we were
something.
expecting you're expecting like something big, and it's just this
What
should have been like a video.
What it needed is like a Nintendo Direct for the new Nintendo 3DS, but PS4 Pro.
Mhm.
It's a quick little thing. It shows you it's a little better here, a little better there. You can hook up to your 4K if you want to. That's it.
Yeah, and like we talked about
$400.
forever. Everybody's talked about is like how are they going to talk us into buying this without pissing off the old people? They didn't do any of that. They
No, they
pissed off
didn't.
The old people, and I don't think they really talked to anybody really into buying it outside of people that don't have a PS4. They did nothing.
It just seems like to me that they're going to be pissing off a whole bunch of their early adopters for this fucking console. Still,
I'm not mad at all. I just don't give a shit about it. That's just
Also, right now, go to Best Buy or BestBuy.com, buy a 43-inch 4K TV for $300.
No, I'm good. I'll wait.
Oh, too bad I already have a new TV here, so it's like,
Yeah.
fuck.
I mean, that's the point. It's like it's not a bad deal.
No, it's
Like,
not.
Yeah, no,
you can tell.
they're affordable.
You can tell 4K gaming is coming. Soon.
Yeah.
Like
We all thought
TVs,
3D gaming was coming soon too.
I mean,
Look how
come
that
on,
went.
you can't compare.
I'm talking about
4K and
3D.
3D.
Justin was trying to pull out his 3DS. He was upset.
But I mean, to be fair, 3D gaming did come and went with a 3DS.
Yeah.
That
Can we
is
talk
true.
about the most exciting thing about video games that came out this week at a press conference?
Well,
I agree
yes.
with
Why
this.
don't we go
We should
ahead
talk
and
more
just
about
move
this
on
than
to
the
our
others,
next topic
my
since
opinion.
we pretty much wrapped up the PlayStation meeting in a nutshell.
Even though it's not
Inside of the Apple press conference that was recently held this week, there was a little surprise, other than, say, the iPhone 7, which, hey, no headphone jack. I don't give a
That
shit.
wasn't a surprise at all.
But,
It's fucking hey, that took courage, okay? Courage to get rid of.
I mean,
It's
it's a ballsy
so
move.
courage.
To use a
Bigger,
feature.
bigger than anything Martin Luther King ever did. Okay? We all agree upon that?
oh, come
Wow.
on.
GenGaming does
Or
not
Jackie
condone the
Robinson.
actions and speech
yeah,
of
yeah.
what Tyler Courtney says.
I 100% agree behind Jake's statement.
Hey, he didn't take headphones out of my
We
cell phone.
all support
He didn't do
all
Martin Luther King would be
support
angry
everyone
nowadays, so
equally. We all hate
all the
you.
people- I can see it.
Oh, man. Okay.
Rosa
We
Parks
hate
didn't
everybody.
take headphones out of my cell phone.
Well, anyway, back on topic.
Sorry.
Inside the
Mr.
middle of the
Franklin.
Apple press conference, the main man himself,
Interesting.
from one of the main men from himself, god damn it, Nintendo's own Shigeru Miyamoto, there, I got it on my system, came out on stage and introduced a Mario game on an iOS device. Super Mario Runner is coming this December,
Run.
apparently. And
Yes.
I'm excited. It actually looks pretty fucking cool.
Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
6-minute chunk.
Oh, I thought I'd see the
There was
press
a lot of
conference.
clapping at the end.
I didn't watch the press conference. I just watched the trailer.
It is
3-minute trailer.
quintessentially in the styles of like the new Super Mario Brothers, right? But it's Mario constantly running, and it's like independent, like themed levels that you can go through from beginning to end.
What was that jungle game?
Temple Run.
Jungle Book?
Where you had, or what was it?
Temple Run?
Temple Run. Yes.
Top down, third person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like 2D
Compare
side
them.
scrolling, though.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Same concept.
Yeah.
You're constantly, yeah, totally. You're moving. And you just kind of like, instead of left or right, you hit it real quick, do like a small jump. This is
Right.
like you put on a normal button, and then you hold it for like a big jump.
Well,
I mean, really, all this game though is just a Flappy Bird ripoff. So
well,
they
actually,
have the exact same pipes.
Now you sold me. Now you
What
sold
do you think
me.
about coming to iOS first? I think it's a smart decision.
Oh yeah, it's bigger. There's 3 billion smartphones out there in the world, so
I mean,
makes
but
sense to go.
Apple though.
well,
3 billion Apple
let's
phones?
think about it this
No,
way.
but it's coming to Android.
Eventually, but it's just interesting. It's kind of a
Yeah.
because Nintendo always talks about how like they love Apple's like their business.
They tried
It's interesting how
mimicking.
yeah.
They saw how
Interesting how
well
they
Pokemon
put that out
Go
there first.
did on iOS and stuff. That's one of their strong IPs. So if they put forth their
Come on,
strongest IP
Right.
going forth on that iOS device, it's
Same.
pretty much a smart move. I mean, they pretty much reshuffled their
Invest,
entire
invest,
mobile
invest.
strategy after like the success of Pokemon Go.
Invest in Nintendo now. Then a month after, or 2 weeks after Mario Run is out, get out.
It's too late, man. You should have invested like 6 months ago
Oh,
because
definitely.
it went up like crazy, then went down
What
a
did-
little
Yeah.
bit, and now it went up again.
What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
but
Sorry,
with
this-
Pokemon
stocks.
Go,
Oh,
like
should've
it
invested.
skyrocketed and then crashed like
Because
3
now you
weeks
wouldn't
later.
want to buy it because it's expensive. I believe.
Yeah, I mean, saying now while it's cheaper than it will be,
Yeah.
it's not gonna. I doubt it'll go down any further.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious, like how the free to play elements are going to be. That's the only thing I'm. If it's like $5 or something, I hope it's. Honestly hope it's
I
not
don't
free to
think
play.
there's free to play. It's like more like a demo than like you just outright buy the whole game.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that. That's what I've heard.
Because I honestly would love this game on my iPhone if it was like a $5 like 100 levels and like they release more levels for like $1 or something like that. Shit.
I wonder
Like,
how much it would
pack.
cost. I was thinking $5 to $10.
Yeah, that'd be a fun.
You get
fun
the full game, $10 or whatever.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm curious. Like, this is gonna be a free to play thing, or is this gonna be like kind of like a temple run? And that
They talked about it. I think they said it was like a demo first.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That's what I've heard though. But like,
so is this probably eventually gonna come to like 3DSs? You think, or?
I think any game now that comes on mobile will be on the NX.
Yeah,
well, that is.
More than likely, it'll probably be on the NX
But
sooner or later.
I don't know if it will come to the 3DS. I don't think there's a reason to have it on the 3DS. You have buttons on there.
Well, I mean, like the Pokemon
You
Shuffle
could put it on there just for
came
fun,
to
I guess.
came to iPhone and stuff and Android later on. So I wonder if
Yeah.
I mean they could do. I mean, it would make sense with the Wii U or the 3DS with the touchscreen. I guess they would be.
Yeah, you could. I mean, why not put it on there?
That's
Yes,
what I mean.
I
like,
agree with
that's
you totally.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I would put on all of them.
I could see like free to play elements coming forth with, say, new individual worlds and stuff like that for Mario to play on and stuff, but I could see this game being charged maybe $4.99 or something for it in its entirety, and then like an extra, say, $1, maybe $1.99 or something for extra worlds and stuff. So it's gonna have its free to play like sort of elements stuff, but man, it's gonna be interesting. I think to go forth with it.
All right, should I get an 8K TV?
You might as well.
An 8K.
I want to see.
Dude, the shit is expensive. It's $2,000.
Oh my god!
I'm almost positive it will beat Pokemon Go in quickness of downloads and everything. I'm curious.
Yeah, Mario's
To
definitely
see
the
what it will
leading.
do. Like,
I don't-
Nintendo
1 billion
franchise.
people.
There's
I
no
don't
doubt
think it will just because of like the social aspect of Pokemon Go.
That's I took that
I mean,
into consideration.
yeah,
but at the
that's-
same
But you
time,
underestimate the power of Mario here.
At the same time, like Pokemon's very like a niche thing. But yeah, it totally was. Pokemon Go is different because, like you said, the social.
Oh yeah, like
see
Pokemon Shuffle.
Everybody walk around.
Didn't do shit on devices
It
and
didn't?
Android. I mean, it did fine, but compared to what other big games out there
Yeah.
have done. But I think the social aspect, like Ingress, like the same thing. The social
Yeah.
aspect of that made
That's
that,
what I'm
keeps
curious
like-
about. See what an actual more traditional game does with a huge character.
Yeah,
from
I
Nintendo.
am curious because we haven't
Very
really
curious.
had one. This is the first big popular video game character on a mobile device.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't 1 billion. Like within.
But I think it depends
months.
on what it is, though. I mean, if it's like a demo, then I don't think it'll be. I don't know how. I don't know. I just think if it's a free to play thing with a lot, like with a not deep levels, but a bunch of things to do in this game, then I think it could be big. Yeah, but if it's just like 20 levels or a little tiny thing, I don't know how. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
There are
definitely
different modes they talked about.
okay.
So
I can't remember exactly
what
they were.
from what
But
I've
again,
come to like
those-
from what I come to understand in terms of like say the level structure and design, it's sort of like how when you played a game like say Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, it had sort of like a speed, like a little mini game or something where you can like outrace stuff to Boo and stuff like that and try to go through
the
courses.
Game Boy Color?
Yeah, for the Game Boy Color, like say as fast as you can. It's sort of like how that is for Super Mario Runner in terms for how you progress through it. Only the difference is Mario is constantly running and you touch the screen and try to hold down to see how high you can jump and do this and do that up until you reach the end of the flagpole and stuff.
Yeah,
So it's
I want to.
actually- It's like pushing a button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like pushing the jump button.
Yep.
I'm curious what you guys think of the basically those Pokemon Go device things you can buy are now already obsolete with the Pokemon Go going to the iPod or the iWatches, Apple Watches.
Oh,
What the fuck's the point of buying this thing
I
now?
think the Go thing will be much more profitable and better because not many people have. Pokemon
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
Pokemon Watch, Apple Watch.
yeah, but I
I
just
don't know
think
anyone that has them. My brother had them.
the Apple Watch.
Yep.
A lot of people have just sold them.
Did they?
Yeah, a lot of people.
They got rid of them.
They weren't like they don't like them because they're too big. I don't know. I just think that's just like
No, but I agree.
if you have like an Apple Watch, what the fuck's it? Or like,
yeah,
are you considering getting them? It's like, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird.
unless you have like side by side or something.
Well, why would you
I
need
don't know.
both? Like, if you have one, you don't need the other.
I don't know.
That's true.
That's
I guess
a good question.
like,
I don't know how it runs on the Apple Watch.
I think
like-
it's just gonna run like the
Because it's
same
like on
game.
a phone, then you have the same problem when you do with a phone. So it would be useful to have the Pokemon thing.
Yeah, I think it'd just be better because you have a screen. I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But just like having a phone, though.
Yeah.
Like you have the same problems with that.
I guess the benefit of the Apple Watch though is you don't have to worry about draining your cell phone battery too much.
Yeah, because you want to use it for other things as well. Yeah, that's true.
The Apple Watch. I think you have a watch on your fucking phone, so. And also call people with it and do other important
Like a
things.
cell phone wearable,
Yeah.
It's weird.
I don't know. I just thought that was kind of a funny thing.
No, yeah, I thought about that too. when I
Yeah.
saw that.
I was just like, oh, okay. Well, that thing doesn't. No, I don't care what that thing sucks already. Yeah, I don't know. I was just curious about that part.
Yeah, I think it just serves a different purpose.
Yeah.
Than what the iPhone or Apple Watch or like your cell phone would do.
I still don't know what the benefits of it are. Like,
I don't either.
Like,
But I have heard that it does something different, like somehow. But yeah.
yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Apple Watch.
Apple Watch. Apple Watch 2.
So, Jake, did you have anything
Yeah.
to say about it?
Nah, man. I'm just listening to them just say Apple Watch.
Twatch.
It's Apple Watch. Get it right.
Twatch.
Apple Watch.
There you go.
Martin Luther King never made an Apple Watch. Just saying.
No, I can't stand Apple Watches. People who use them are genuinely douchebags.
Oh, that's... I don't know what that means.
You have an Apple Watch?
No. I don't know. I'm just saying... I don't know where I'm going with this.
The people that I've encountered that have Apple Watches are genuinely douchebags.
They smell their own farts?
Dude, who doesn't?
I personally put mine in a cup.
Put in the fridge, freezer.
Oh, man. Oh. Anyway, we got about 2 more topics here. I'm going to go ahead and just go
We're running a little long, buddy. We're running up against Lipson this month, so we might want
Are
to
we?
do this one.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta do 5 shows this week.
5 shows this week? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, we definitely be out. No, we gotta do 5 shows this month, so we're gonna be cutting it pretty close
Got
this
some
month.
quickies.
We're gonna
Okay.
do a couple short episodes this month.
Alright, I'll just say a quick thing. Let's see. Interplay, the old company that produced games like Earthworm Jim and stuff like that, they're selling off their IPs. So,
Nintendo or somebody, please grab her from Jim.
hopefully. And
That's all I
last...
want to say. That's all I care about.
I just want to see the Justin be depressed when fucking like
Xbox.
Konami or Capcom buys them.
Konami.
Capcom buys them. I didn't even think about Microsoft. Microsoft would be the best. 'cause
I was
they just-
thinking
they wouldn't do
Microsoft
it.
would grab it.
Yeah, they wouldn't do shit with it. They make
I
shitty
know.
Kinect games.
Alright.
Capcom get it.
But last but not least, the last one.
Sega.
Apparently, Sony has said no to Bethesda for
Jim Boom.
releasing mod support for the PS4 copies of Fallout 4 and the remastered Skyrim. Well, that sucks and stuff for like the PS4 users, but at the same time...
It definitely does suck,
But then again, this is Bethesda we're talking about. They had trouble fucking handling the games on PS3 back when.
Well, it's not Bethesda's call. They have the mod.
Well, I know.
Sony will
yeah,
let
the mod support and the mods are actual everywhere for the Xbox.
Yeah, they are. And that's...
I've played around with a little bit of that.
And dude, if I ever do get like another Xbox One or something like that, I really think I should just get Fallout 4 again and just get all the other shit. But anyway, that about does it for this week's topics. I'll just go quickly over the retro game of the week, which is Kirby's Adventure. Kirby's Adventure, an old NES game, really fun. A lot of creative levels, and it has like some levels have like little side-scrolling things, especially in like World 3. World 3 has a stage and stuff where it just has where you're just racing like Kirby and stuff across this like little castle like tower or something like that, and then the screen in the back just like it scrolls and stuff, and you're just going like it gives you the illusion of like going like up a tower or something like that, just quick and stuff. It just takes so much time to go progressing through, but anyway, I like the game because it was just like one of the first games and stuff where Kirby had his ability like to like use the abilities of the enemies that he eats and stuff. And it's just so fun just like going through a stage, just like tackling little pieces of it and stuff, like say when I'm on break and just go and just use like the flame like Kirby ability and stuff, just go like zooming across the stage and doing this shit and that. But it's also one of the first games that includes like Meta Knight and stuff, and the whole like battle between you and him and stuff. it is definitely one of my favorite NES games when it comes to that regard, because it's fun, it's easy to understand and stuff, and it can get quite challenging towards the end parts of the game. So my retro game of the week is Kirby's Adventure.
Great game.
Yes, definitely a great game indeed. Now, if you want to get a hold of us, or if you want to try to check out some of our other types of content here, we are on Twitter, on Facebook, on Twitch. Our Twitter handle is GenGaming Pod. On Facebook, we have a Facebook group called GenGaming Podcast. And on Twitch, whenever we want to use our Twitch account and stuff, GenGaming Podcast as well. So, this has come to an end for episode 168. I have been your host, the Jack of Hearts.
I was Tyler. How you doing, Gables?
My name is Justin.
My name is Jake.
How you been doing,
Gabe?
Gables?
Well, GG, everyone.
Bitch, you stole my line.
Sorry. Yeah.
Later.
GG
You
Allen.
guys have a good day or night or
How you
morning or
doing?
evening, whatever it is.
We got a brand new collaboration here.